And we are live. Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody? We are back.
It's been a while.
Back,
Yes,
Jack.
Back again.
We are back. We are back.
All right.
We're trying to remember how to do all this.
All the things.
Little rusty.
A little early too today.
Well, whenever you're ready to hit that intro, Greg.
All right.
Don't forget to hit record, too.
Welcome to Life, Liberty, and Equip podcast. I'm Graig Davis, founder of NeoMag. This podcast is about living boldly, using your liberty for good, and staying equipped. And mindset skills. We're going to do this again. Welcome to Life, Liberty, and Equip podcast. I'm Graig Davis, founder of NeoMag. This podcast is about living boldly, using liberty for good, staying equipped, and mindset, skill set, and gear for whatever comes your way. Today's episode is ad-free, but it's made possible by NeoMag. We build innovative American-made gear to help you stay better equipped. If you want to support the company and get great gear, head to the neomag.com. That's the neomag.com. Or support us for free. Subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. You can also email us now at lifelibertyequip@gmail.com. That's lifelibertyequip, all one word, @gmail.com. Also hosting with me today is Nate Hills.
Hello.
Michael Billings.
What's going on, everybody?
And Tiberious Giblin.
Howdy,
Jules.
What's up, boys?
Other than sound being weird.
Yeah, it's like we didn't do a podcast for a few months and then...
Which one's me? I think I'm three.
Three.
I want to turn... Oh, now I can hear
No,
things.
hold on. Don't
Yeah,
turn
now
that
it's super loud.
Don't turn that up. Turn this up.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one. There we go. Now I can hear things.
There we go.
Everyone's so quiet in my ears. Sorry about turning myself up.
Yeah, it's turning overall levels.
I just want to be super loud so no one else can be heard.
That won't be difficult.
I just want everyone to be quieter than me. I want to be the most important person in the room.
Always.
Yes, Margie, we are live.
We are, indeed. We are.
It's for today. So we're going to get into a little bit some of our plans for season 2.
Indeed.
Of the podcast. I'm glad to be back. I've missed coming in here, sitting, chatting with you guys. Honestly, it just kind of everything's so busy that we're just kind of off doing our own things a lot of times and kind of come together when we have to. So I enjoy this time where we just set aside quality time with one another.
Quality time.
Or stress about podcast time. Either one.
Yeah, we this snuck up on us. Honestly, we're doing this a little bit earlier than usual because Tibbs got a doctor's appointment to take his daughter to and stuff. So
Stuff and things.
We're going to talk about that a little bit more in our second segment. But I just wanted to spend a little time just catching up. We haven't had a podcast since before Christmas, and so stuff's happened in that time. We're 2 months into the year basically, which is crazy. I mean, January to me felt like 3 months just in January, and February is just going to fly by. But
I feel like you're taking forever.
Yeah. Oh, you feel like February's taking forever.
Yeah. It's the longest month ever.
That's how January felt for me. I'm like, we're already 18 days into February, and we only 10 days left because it's only 28 days.
January was busy. There's a lot of travel.
January was busy. We had SHOT Show in there.
It's just been cold.
It's been really cold.
Not this week. This week's been lovely.
Yeah, like 60 today.
Gross.
But up until this week, it's been just brutal cold.
Brutally cold.
I don't remember a winter this cold and this snowy in
It's been
a long time.
A very, very long time, and it's been very cold, very snowy. I'm done with it. Spring can be here. I'm ready to move south. I'm out. Done. Yep, I'm done.
The thing that I think we've noticed this for a while, but it's became even more evident this year is like the winter keeps shifting later. Like it used to be, around Thanksgiving. Actually, even sometimes closer to Halloween, it would start getting cold and you start getting snow and stuff like that. And it would kind of stay that way basically through February. But now I feel like it's not really getting cold until after Christmas. And then it's just staying colder longer. And then we have like a week of spring. And then it's 90.
Yeah.
Last year was really nice.
Did you guys have more of a real spring last year?
Yeah. A real spring for a while. You guys did too.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm caught up in the cold.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the fact that it's 50. The snow is basically all gone. There's no ice. Like my kid's gonna go play outside a little bit, albeit everything's muddy.
Yes.
Like Wesley fell into a mud puddle yesterday and came in.
Now.
Yeah. But I honestly would take rain and 55 degrees over snow and -2. So
yes.
I'm struggling. I don't know. Like I have to wipe my dog's feet off every single time he comes in and out. And you guys know my dog. He loves going outside and coming back inside constantly. So I have to wipe his feet off and there's mud. I'm mopping inside. I wish I wish we could just go right from cold and -2 and snowy to dry and 60s. I don't know.
I mean, that would be cool,
this
but
wetness drives me nuts.
I'm just happy to be done for the moment with snow and cold. I don't want my face to hurt when I walk outside. I'm done walking outside and breathing in through my nose and my nose hairs freeze. I'm done with that. I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't have snowshoes.
We're still in the piece, so no 62.
I mean, I think after this weekend, I did see snow in the forecast for like Saturday. I mean, it's still February in Ohio. We're not going to be free of snow. It's not done. I'm just enjoying the reprieve currently. I do think we may get another bitter cold snap, but we probably won't get the hardcore negatives like we did for 3 weeks straight. That won't come back, at least not for any extended period of time again. Short of another weird winter storm coming through. We won't have that again anytime soon. But
usually if we get snow, it won't be a lot and it'll stick around for like a day.
Yeah.
And it'll be gone.
I mean, we'll probably drop back down into the 30s, mid-20s, and stick there.
That's nothing.
I mean, compared to negative,
compared to what it's been.
I mean, it's fine. I'll take that over any of the -2s. That's fine.
Yeah, the negative days to the 30s, I was like, I'm becoming acclimated.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I can handle Ohio. The negative days, the shoes, like I didn't shovel the driveway and I didn't shovel the walkway, and then my battery died on the garage opener. So haven't replaced the garage opener battery because I know I have some. So I've been like, I'm going to search for them before I buy them. So every day it's like sink ankle deep.
Yeah.
And it comes shoes wet, socks wet. So, but I found a way to get acclimated. Like I think my Southern ways I still love my sauna in my office. Right. But I found a way to get acclimated to this cold weather.
Get naked, go lay in the snow. There you go. Acclimate that way.
Naked snow angels.
Yeah, I'd blend in. It'd be camouflage, like white cast with a friendly.
They wouldn't see anything. It'd be fine.
Nobody would. Mike. You want a video?
Or it didn't happen.
Video.
So actually, I didn't put it on because you were wearing it earlier. I want to tell everybody.
I brought it in here.
You got it in here? Okay. So I did real quick. Just want to pitch. We just launched. Are they on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
On the website now. I figured this directly would be of interest to our podcast listeners. We have some Life Liberty equipped hoodies. These literally just hit the website
like 2 hours ago.
A couple hours ago. They're super nice hoodies. I made sure that we didn't get like cheap Champion brand hoodies. They're
comfy.
Yeah, these are comfy. They're nice. They're soft. Good quality hoodies. On the front, you got the Neomag Lightning logo. Also, right now, we have a free wristband that also says Life Liberty equipped. Kind of going hard into the mission statement at the beginning of the year here. So those hoodies are up on the website. I figured you guys would enjoy those and get a free wristband.
Medium through 3XL.
3X?
3XL. Medium through 3XL.
There's not many of the big boy ones, so
nope.
If you're a big boy, also if you're a medium, I think there's maybe only 2 of those probably.
I'll say there's limited medium and limited 2XL and 3XL. If you're large and extra large, should be okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But anyone else, get them while they're hot.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody in the shop was wearing it at some point
Mhm.
this week.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was. I think we were pretty much all wearing.
All wearing it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I live in a hoodie this time of year.
Yeah.
I live in hoodies and
absolutely.
sweatshirts, so it's in my. I mean, I have the whole right side of my closet is just sweatshirts, so it just goes into my rotation of sweatshirts. So there it is.
Yeah, you can't really have enough hoodies.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So I started out this year with an interesting situation. I've had some goat drama. I'm gonna quickly take you through my goat drama. So, we purchased a property beginning of this year, and at the property there's a barn and there's a little pasture. And when I went out to look at this property, I noticed there were some goats there. And so through that process, found out that like one of the neighbors to the property, who lives like literally right behind this pasture, has some goats there. And when I was originally going through all the closing and everything, I was like, I'd like the goats to be gone. But then the more I was there, and my kids went and saw the goats, they love the goats. I'm like, you know what? These goats aren't hurting anything. The pasture's not going to get used for anything else, right away anyway. So the goats can stay. And then the closer we got to closing, the more nervous I got about these goats. I'm like, well, what if this guy, whoever this is, because I didn't know where he was. I was like, what if this guy just abandons these goats? Now I have goats to take care of, and I don't live there. So I got some cold feet. But then I met the guy. Super nice guy. He does live right behind it, so he's not going to get away from these goats, even if he, for whatever reason. So there were 6 goats, adult goats. He had 4 of them butchered. So he's done with these goats. The backstory is his wife really wanted goats really bad. And so they talked to the landowner. They said, yeah, you can have goats in there. So they had these goats. The wife was all about them for the first year. And then it turned into the rest the rest of these years of having these goats. It was the husband taking care of these goats. Wife
That's
lost
how it normally
interest.
goes.
Yep. And so he was done with these goats. So he had like 4 of them butchered. I was actually there one day when one of them got butchered. And there were 2 left. Well, we're at, I believe, SHOT Show. I'm in a taxi heading to the SHOT Show from the airport, and I get a text from this guy. He was like, he just texted me a picture of 2 baby goats. And I'm like, what are those? He's like, we have baby goats. And he was like, and I got a feeling the other ones might be pregnant too. So at this point, I'm back to 4 goats now. And my kids are just head over heels for these things. They're out there like every day visiting these goats, taking care of these goats. And because this is during the super cold, like the coldest part of winter that we had too, which is, the guy said, is usually when these goats had babies, is in the coldest time. So, the kids are enjoying going out there, and they're feeding them and holding them and just enjoying everything. And I'm starting to second guess if we should get rid of these goats, because I enjoy seeing my family enjoy these goats. Again, the hard part is we don't actually live there. So now fast forward to, I feel like I was gone again.
You were an okay with me.
And yeah, NBS show last week.
Yep.
No, that was different thing. So it was like a couple weeks after SHOT Show, I get another text. Sure enough, the other female goat had 2 more goats. So I'm back to 6 goats, 4 baby goats, and 2 adults. And my kids again are even more excited. And there were some discussions on if we should like keep these goats, and I was like, well, that means we're gonna have to drive out there every day. It's only 10-15 minute drive, but that means going out there every day. Because the guy really wants to he doesn't want to take care of these goats. And so I told the guy, I'm like, you know what, we could help with these goats, but there's no way that we could every day, 2 times a day, 10 for these goats. And so it was kind of radio silent for a little while. And then at NBS, I get a text from the guy who's like, no more goat time. Goats are gone. He found somebody to come and pick up the goats. So that's probably the most interesting. I did not have that on my 2026 bingo card of
Goat drama.
I'm going to have goat drama. My oldest daughter is beside herself. She was very much in love with these goats. I told her, I even warned her, I'm like, do not name them. Do not name them. Because honestly, I was expecting that in 3 months they're probably going to get butchered. So I was like,
well, they're not your goats.
And they're not ours.
Like, unless you had said, we will take the goats. You definitively have said, we will take care of these goats. They're not your goats until you have done that. And the guy literally goes, cool, here's the feed, bye, and walks away. They're not your goats. So I think you made the right call And now the goats are gone.
Goats are gone. My daughter's distraught. But it'll make her tougher.
So lamb chops,
That would be sheep,
Goat chops.
goat chops.
and goat doesn't taste good.
No.
So
Well,
not
it-
comparatively.
It would have been a good joke if it fit.
And that was one of the things I'm like, what do, I mean,
You can eat goat.
I will admit they were adorable and I did enjoy them. They were neat, but they don't do anything for you.
I mean, there's a couple things you can do with goats. You can milk goats, like do goat cheese and goat
Yummy.
milk, that kind of stuff.
I would
I do
take
like
goat
goat
milk.
cheese,
Mhm.
but if you don't want to take care of a piece of property, like mow it and all of that stuff, they will eat everything that lives on the piece of property. There's actually services. People will bring goats to an overgrown piece of property. They'll fence it in and let goats go, and
Yeah.
they'll eat everything in like an acre in a couple days. So I mean, they do provide those services. Goats are not outside of that. There's no benefit to a goat.
Yeah, that was gonna be the main thing. Is the pasture is probably a good acre or two. I was like, they'll at least keep that down to a minimum. So,
But-
anyway, so that was interesting. And then, have you guys been watching the Olympics much?
Not curling.
Not curling.
Why not curling? It's the best sport.
Curling is awful.
Curling is the only Olympic sport of both summer and winter that anybody can do. And what I mean by that is it's the average man's sport. Like, I think it was last Winter Olympics. If you saw, I think it was the men's doubles. I don't remember if it was men's doubles or mixed doubles. But one of the USA teams, the dude had like a beer belly, and he was curling. I'm like, if you can be 60% body fat and curl, then I can curl.
Didn't
he
you
have a mullet
too?
Yeah, he had a mullet. The dude was like quintessential. Let's crack a Miller Lite and throw this stone down this icy lane. I'm just saying, curling is the everyman's.
Yeah, it is
Olympic
the most
sport.
It is the most relatable.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that you could like. I could see myself doing that. I cannot see myself going down a 45-degree
Yeah, nope.
slope on skis and launching
Yeah, we'll flying
200 yards down a
No.
hill. Nope.
No, there's none of the. I love the Olympics. Olympic events. Olympics doesn't matter. I prefer the winter to summer.
Yeah.
But I like all Olympic events. I like watching the Olympics. I say that I don't get to sit and watch them like I used to because I have kids and they suck the time out of everything. But
You mean they make time more
Yeah,
bright,
sure.
cheery?
But the Olympic events are genuinely like those are the singular sport events that I will actually make an effort to sit and watch. And it doesn't matter which. I'll watch all of them. I watch figure skating. I watch curling. I actually really like curling. I'll watch downhill skiing. I watch slalom. I'll watch skeleton. I'll watch
The short track is probably one of my favorite things to watch.
short track ice.
Yeah, the speed
Yeah,
skating,
it's
short
great.
track. It's like demolition,
Oh yeah.
just skating.
Yeah.
They have razor blades on their feet, so you never know if somebody's going to get gashed open or whatever.
I mean, if you want to talk about a quote unquote boring one, I think cross country skiing would be quote unquote one of the more boring ones because they're just swishing through the snow. But I'll sit and watch
I'll
cross
still watch
country.
that too,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll watch it all day.
Until they start shooting. When they start shooting across country.
Yeah,
Biathlon is
yeah,
an
the
awesome.
biathlons, those are
It's,
really
it's great. But like I said, I'll watch any of them. I really genuinely just love to sit and watch them. There's something about all the countries trying to send their top athletes, even watching the worst of the top is still awesome. I just really, really enjoy it.
Except
obviously-
for dancing.
Well, yeah, except for that. But honestly, for me, it's just one of those things. Obviously, there's a certain amount of pride when the USA wins, but it's just fun to watch people compete, regardless of whether they're from our country or not. Just see them do what they can do at the best, and it's just enjoyable.
I'm just waiting for USA and hockey game.
Yeah.
That's all.
no kidding. Both the women's and men's. The women's, it's going to be a blowout. Like the U.S. Women's hockey team is just dominant. They're just making everybody look silly. They've allowed 1 goal in all their games, and I think they've scored 5 in all their games. The stats for the women's hockey team is ridiculous. The men's is going to be pretty interesting. Of course I want the U.S. to win. I'm cheering hard for the U.S. I don't know that I'd put money on the U.S. winning the men's game. What do you think, Tib?
Same. I put money on it. I'm hopeful. It could be end up, but I'm not putting any money on it.
Yeah. You been watching anything? What, Mike?
I was watching the controversy with the curling,
The double touch.
yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
double
double
touch, and then cussing each other out. The figure skating I always thought was pretty just amazing and creative. And I don't remember the figure skater that did, but he did a move that was banned since the 50s and
Backflips.
and he landed it and everything. That was cool. The snowboarding and everything is just awesome to watch. That's kind of my forte. The slalom skiing or the skiing, and then they like hit the slopes, like
Mhm.
the
moguls.
Yeah,
bobsledding.
the Bogles.
Those are crazy. Like I would blow out my knees
Yeah.
and my hips and everything.
Yeah.
The bobsledding, the USA team. Did y'all see that where they all fell?
They
and then
dumped.
he drove and then jumped to the back to break, which smart on him because that's the only way he was stopping at that.
Also
too.
terrifying. I actually
Yeah.
felt bad for him.
It's been interesting to see just some of the athletes at their peak have errors and mishaps, and then some of them have world records. I mean, I don't know what it's called where they're like a flying squirrel on the ski, but
Yeah, the long
the
jump.
long
Yeah,
jump,
long jump.
the guy broke the record by like a long shot this year, and it's just like
Would you see the drama about that too?
yeah,
About
the
cheating?
suits.
So, all right. So, the suits that they wear, there's a limitation to how big the suit can be, because obviously, like, otherwise you would just like put a big flap between your legs and be a kite. So, it has to be so many millimeters bigger than your body can be. So, what these guys found that they could do is if they inject their penises with the stuff and made that bigger.
Wow.
It's less drag.
So their suit could be bigger. And the crazy thing is they were gaining like over 9 feet of distance by doing that.
Wow.
That is dedication to
I'm good.
the sport.
Yeah, that's cheap.
There is no sport that I'm that dedicated to. I'm sorry.
So I've heard this brought up before that they should do a separate Olympics where they allow cheating. Like
This is no. This is me. This has been my thing. There's 2 more Olympics we need. We already have 2. We have the normal and we have special.
Yeah.
There's 2 more we need.
super.
We need the average American one where they just go around
yeah.
and they just grab anybody.
Yep.
Or the average person. I shouldn't say American. The average person one. You get 2 months to prepare.
They just send you a letter.
They
in the
just
mail,
send
right?
you-
Oh,
you
we've
just
talked
get
about
drafted.
this. You just get drafted.
You just get drafted. You get 2 months to prepare for whatever event you guys selected for. Everyone gets picked. You're
you
just
get
like,
to choose the event.
nope.
Nope. You just get told. Yeah, we've had this.
They'll give you a coach. All right, you get a coach and you get 2 months to prep. So you're not going to die, hopefully.
Yeah, long jump.
But the other one is the superhuman event, which is
Yeah.
like you get all the
You can
steroids,
juice.
you get all of the whatever.
You can inject your
everything.
penis as much as
Yeah,
you want.
inject that penis. Go for it. Whatever you need to do.
Welcome to season 2.
Yeah, let's go. I want the superhuman, like, so obviously we're in the Olympics. This is where without all of the cheating, without any assistance, this is where we're at the pinnacle of what human innovation can do or human physical ability can do. I want to see what we can do when we have the chemicals can do it. There's people that are willing.
Yeah.
So let's go. I mean, Summer Olympics, we have Olympic weightlifting. That's an event. Imagine if all of those guys were allowed. I mean, a lot of them are off cycle playing games, whatever.
Sure.
But let them juice
But
all
just
the way through.
free for all.
Let's see. I want to see a guy lift a Greyhound bus above his head.
I actually want them to
Deadlift.
do
Let's
drug-
go.
I actually want them to do drug testing to make sure that they
Yeah,
are.
you have to.
Did you inject this morning?
Yeah.
We're gonna stick you before you come
You're
into
gonna
the
make
game.
sure that they've done enough drugs in order to stay in it.
Oh goodness.
That would be wild.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, the Olympics has derailed to average Joes and steroid bros.
Superhumans. I think it's great. But I've been watching a ton of curling. I find it fascinating. It's finesse and it's planning and I do think it's impressive. I did enjoy excuse me, watching the 2-person because it went faster. I think they only did 8.
Yeah. They go quicker when it's not a full team.
Yeah, they did 8 ends.
The doubles
Whereas
versus a team.
yeah, the team is 10 ends and it takes
Which
long
position would you curl? Would you be the broom?
the sweeper. I don't know. I like to do both.
Well, the mixed doubles, they switch positions.
Yeah.
Team, I think they have dedicated positions in the teams, if I remember correctly, but it doesn't matter. I just want to play, which
Yeah, I want to play it too.
actually in this area, there's
Yeah, there's
place,
a place.
somewhere up in Cleveland that you can go and curl.
We need to go do that.
So
I told Tim when he's back. I think I already sent you. I sent Tib a link. I was like, next time he's back, we're gonna
Going curling.
curling.
So excited.
We were driving back. So when Tib and I were in Oklahoma, we went to visit our friends at Tulster. We had almost a 2-hour drive between Tulsa, and so we're on the way back, and it was the gold medal finals for the 2-man, or no, not 2-man. It was a guy and the girl. They're both named Corey. I remember that, and I wanted to watch it, and so I'm watching it on the way back, and I was playing it just with the sound on my phone, and Tib put up with it for maybe 30 minutes, and he was just like this. No, I just say like I don't want to say this is the worst, but this is the worst or something.
Yeah. It's awful.
So I had to put my AirPods in, and he went back to listening to his Kenny Chesney.
Yes.
And everybody was happy again. Yes. What's new with you guys? Sorry, I didn't mean to take up that much time.
well, I already said I was hunkered down in the cold. I don't want to do the cold anymore. We've had a few weekend trips since the holidays. We went down to Columbus, took the whole family, being my kids, my nieces and nephews, my parents, and all that stuff. We went down to COSI, which is a big science center in Columbus, Ohio. They have, it's huge. We didn't see, so we were down there from opening until probably 4 p.m. because that's about all the kids could take. I think opening was 10 or 11 in the morning, and then until like 4. It's open later. It's just when you have little kids, that's all they can take for the day. But bunch of science type of stuff, from energy flows to geology to the human body, how the human body works, to, let's see, what else did they have? They had innovation through the years. So it kind of had a made up town that moved from early to late 1800s through the early 1950s till now. They had like a kids science center area where kids could play with like water flows and do art and that kind of stuff. They had a natural science museum. They had a underwater aquarium, not an aquarium. They didn't actually have any live fish, but had like an underwater exploration area. They even had actually a real exploration sub there. It was decommissioned. It's no longer being used as a exploration sub, but it had for 50 years been used as a little 2-man sub that the kids could climb in and see what a sub looked like. What else did they have? I'm not sure. They have a lot of stuff. It's large. They have different exhibits that come and go. So different times of year they have stuff. So they had we didn't do these parts of it. They had like a coast or a Pixar, how Pixar works exhibit there, and space, that kind of stuff. Anyways, so we did that. Kids loved that, but that was a long day. We did that with everyone. That was a fun trip. And then just last weekend, my wife and I with some friends went to Pittsburgh, which was wonderful. Got to go to a food truck that my cousin's husband owns and got to just enjoy the city. I'm a big fan of Pittsburgh. But other than that, it's just been cold. Like, that's basically it. And getting ready for kids stuff. So my son is in just rec league baseball, and they actually, the cool thing this year, the rec league is offering workouts in the winter. The high school, our local high school, has a sports complex, I guess, and they have a baseball specific building.
That's cool.
That allow, they have batting cages and some small base workout stuff. Now, for high schoolers, they're using the batting cages and stuff. For my son's age, they're just running little workouts in there. So practicing throwing and doing some base movements. So running from base to base. I mean, it's small. It's not a big space, but you don't need a lot of space for 5 to 7 year olds,
right?
Or 7, 8, 9 year olds, I guess. But they've been doing that as a part of, if you sign up for the league, these workouts are free on Sunday afternoons. So we've been doing that with him. And then we just started working through the registration for my daughter for kindergarten for next year and the screenings for that, plus getting all the safety town registration, all that stuff. So all our kids stuff is starting to ramp up, which is crazy for next year. We haven't even really gotten into it, but we're starting to get all that stuff kicked off, and we're in February.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all for us.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Christmas to now, it's been pretty busy. I've had Florida, shot my first major of the year, had some really good stages, had some really bad stages. The sun was definitely one for everybody in the morning. It was just where it peaked. All of us were struggling with it. I think a lot of us came with a lot of distractions and a lot of just personal things that we were dealing with. For me personally, I had TSA confiscate my ammo. Didn't find out until like 5:30 p.m. the night before the match. So like I'm scooting around town, and I shoot, my specific match grade ammo for my gun that I've kind of dialed in. I know where it hits. Just I've tailored it to competition shooting. So I had to shoot a major without that ammo. Had swingers that were fun. I did really good on my swingers. I've been really putting in the work. I got to give credit to where credit's due. The training is one aspect, but some of the applications, Spec Train Billy, he's got a little swinger target, and it's on a little pendulum, and you use it in the house. And I've used that thing habitually, training with Ryan and Tanner and the guys. Just like, hey, just find a spot, pick the target, hit it. Don't chase the dot. Don't chase the target or anything like that. So I hit all my swingers. Didn't have any mics there, but I threw some things that I haven't done since year 2 of really being into the sport. So back to the drawing board training. I kicked off hardcore. I mean, after my therapy with my back, I still have some tolerance issues, some things that I'm still working through with the back, but I have been full throttle in the gym training. I did go snowboarding. That's where I got acclimated to the cold, found something to do with the cold weather.
Yeah.
I went and bought a snowboard and spent almost every weekend in the last month on the slope somewhere. So I've been to Pennsylvania now 3 times. I found a place in Ohio, the snow trails, and then went to New York twice. I got my first quarter pipe. I got my first jumps. I got my first rail slides, several wipeouts. Pretty sure I cracked a rib, kept going. And then my shoulder was the last one that I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like I wiped out, sat there, and a guy came and stopped, which I was so grateful for. He's like, you good? And I'm like, sucking it up. Like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, let's get down the mountain. I was like, is it dislocated? Yeah. Like hang in there. And I was like, no, we're going to go. So we called it a day, and it's healing now. So between the training, I found a gym. I think I'm going to get a membership there. Honestly, it's a little bit far. It's like 9 miles. It's not terrible, but it adds up. But the warehouse gym in, I guess, Worcester, Medina, they have them in several locations. But I went there just kind of trying to go different gyms and different places to work out. And it was one of those, it's like 18-year-old kids. I mean, I guess they're young men now, but they're jacked. So it's like I'm wearing extra long shirts and hoodies in there. Like I'm not even taking off my hoodie. Like this is the motivation. So it's been good. I've been going there every day, working out and training. And then on the range, like honestly, I've been really putting in the work. After the major, it was kind of one of those. I was like, okay, these are things that I can fine tune, and these are things that I need to work on. And I've been really pushing a little bit more of speed, even if the accuracy is a fall off. Like I can see where I can start to throttle up and start to throttle down versus just like knowing that I'm getting controlled pairs and their alphas. And that's one thing looking back over last season, I had somebody give a report, like he pulled all my stats. Some of the stuff didn't show up for like my local matches, but where my averages were, where my hits were, like I'm a ton of alphas. Like the hits are there, but the time reflects for controlled pairs or so forth. So just some things that I've been kind of working on the back end. And then lastly, SHOT Show was eventful. It was a long week, but I ended up walking away with several different new contacts and opportunities that are potentially presenting themselves. I know it takes a little bit of time there, but work's starting to pick up with my small brand. So moving to that, I've got, the next couple of months are kind of filling up, which is, it's good. It's extra income. It kind of pays off all the bills of all the extra snowboarding and trips that I've been taking. And then moving forward, we've got a lot planned. Oh, and I won a trip to HHV.
Yep.
I had to submit all of the video applications. So I'm going to Texas next month to go on a hunt. Actually, I don't know what we're hunting, like maybe rattlesnakes, because rattlesnake
probably.
roundup.
Pigs, maybe.
Pigs would be awesome, but it's they're paying for everything. They paid for my flight, my trip, the hotel, the food.
With you being in Texas, I wonder if they'll have you hunt axis, because they're free range all the time. You can hunt axis whenever you want. Axis deer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I have no idea what the hunt entails, but it's like a full weekend, all expense paid. So I'm excited about that. Just get to some warmer weather and maybe not some rain.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Nice.
So
Well, Tim, how about you?
Mostly stuff. I'm getting some feedback in my headphones here. Take those off. Doing a lot of family stuff. We started looking at colleges for my daughter, which is beautiful, also very crazy. I have a daughter that's looking at colleges. Crazy.
You're so old.
We have one this weekend, and then 2 weeks, and 2 weeks after that, all around the area. So it's beautiful. It's a little scary. Thought of her going to school, you know.
Yeah.
Besides that, Greg mentioned we had a couple trips. We went to Vegas Shot Show. We went to Homer for a dealer show. Those were always eventful and interesting, and a lot of potential there. And then the only other thing I have on is Ash Wednesday. Is a big deal for us. We have church at 7. We'll get ashes at the beginning of Lent. It's always one of those holidays that's overlooked, I'll say, and it's an exciting one.
Yeah. It shouldn't be overlooked. It's definitely something that I always start like an Ash Wednesday, like a Lent Bible study. I started today.
Yeah.
Go through Easter. It's definitely good to take the time to focus on preparing for Easter, which is crazy that it's going to be here before we know it.
Days.
Yeah. Wild. Very good. Well, cool. It was good to catch up, and it's been a busy, eventful, first part of the year here, and we've got a lot going on. I have so many new products that I'm working on my desk that I'm really excited about. Got even more ideas coming in, so I'm really excited to see what this year looks like for Neomag and just all the things that we can do for you guys, for our customers and supporters, different ways that we can help you be equipped. And so this podcast is one of those things that we're taking a good hard look at what we can do for this podcast and make it entertaining, make it valuable, make it worth your time. We only have so much time in a day, so for you guys to give us an hour or two each week means a lot to us, and we want to build on this community. And so we kind of sat down and just took a hard look at what our goals were for the podcast initially, and maybe how some of those goals have changed. We looked at how you guys have come and either interacted or maybe stopped interacting, and so we want to kind of take a look at that. So when this all started out as just me and Nate would sit on the couch in my office with an iPhone, usually Mike behind the iPhone, and we'd pick a product to talk about. We would usually end with like a would you rather question, and we used to get a lot of people coming to that and being interactive, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun to see the same people over and over again, but also we'd see a lot of new people coming in. And one of the things that we've seen fall off after we started doing this more as a kind of legit podcast, so we saw that fall off, and so we've lost some of that community. And what I hope it is really that a lot of you are like, oh, I don't have to come for it live. I can listen to it later. And there's definitely convenience to that. And I love podcasts, but I rarely will like just straight listen through the whole thing at once or watch through the whole thing at once. So I'm with you guys. I like the convenience of being able to listen to it 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. So, but with that said, we don't want to lose that either. So here are some of our plans for this next season 2 of Life Liberty Equipped podcast. We are going to have basically 4 episode types per month. And one of them is going to be alive. We are going to go back to the old days of just the couch in my office, talking shop, talking products, answering questions, Q&As, probably still end with a would you rather question, because that was always kind of a fun way to end that. So that is going to be one week of the month. The other 3 weeks are going to be pre-recorded. Again, we're not really seeing people coming to these lives. Like right now, there's I think 3 people here. which is, again, is fine. It says 6, but I think 3 of it is probably us. So there's probably like 3 of you here. So doing these lives this way does not seem like it's something that a lot of you guys want to come to, which again, is totally fine. Hopefully you guys will enjoy coming back to the old school lives. The other 3 are going to be pre-recorded, and that's going to allow us more freedom to fit podcasts in our schedule, but it's also going to allow us to actually be able to handle firearms. That's one thing that we can't do. We got, we've been smacked on the wrist a few times for that. And that's a tough thing when we work in the firearms industry. We'd like to be able to do more content with firearms. And so doing pre-recorded will allow us to have firearms, touch firearms, and not get smacked down by the man. So the other podcasts that we're going to be doing once a month, we're going to have an interview. We want to bring in somebody that's like a topical expert or another industry founder, CEO, and sometimes both. So for example, next week we're going to have Billy Brown on, who owns Make Ready Firearms. He's a Cerakoter, firearm customizer and builder. But he's also an expert in several other things. So we're going to be bringing him for an interview next week. He's actually going to be here live. Well, you won't see him live, but he's coming in studio with us. So that'll be cool. And we have some other people lined up for that as well. One episode is going to be kind of what you guys got used to last year. One episode is going to be a Life Liberty Equipped kind of standard episode where we're going to talk current events, news, product reviews, all in those episodes. And then the last thing is just doing like a fun and games episode, which is really just going to be for pure entertainment. I've got some ideas for some different games that we can do. I want to get you guys involved in that. So be looking out for like the episode before. We'll probably kind of give you guys a prompt. Say, hey, can you email us at lifelibertyequip@gmail.com and send us your answer to this or that. We'd like to get you guys involved on some of those things. So, yeah. So I want to kind of, ask you guys, like what are things that you guys are looking forward to with kind of the new format for this year?
I'm always a fan of interviewing people, bringing people on. We have a lot of friends in this space that have a lot of neat experiences, know a lot of things, are interesting people. So it'd be fun to just bring them on, bring their perspectives, talk to them. That's always enjoyable. I really look forward to that.
I like the variety, doing things every week to entertaining and fun and switching things up is a bad thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Maybe Michael, you got any thoughts or like anything specific you're looking forward to with this?
Well, we started doing the interviews last year, so I like the aspect of continuing to do the interviews and bringing in subject matter experts and learning more about each community member and people that we work with in the industry or the companies. The lives, I love going live. Honestly, it's a time. It's a little busy on our end because there's a lot of back end work that takes to make all of this happen. But to kind of just sit down during the week, like you said at the beginning of the podcast, and just talk to each other and kind of have nonchalant conversations, or even when we finish the podcast, we sit here for a couple minutes sometimes and just chit chat, which is nice because even when we're a small company, we're big. We're always operating somewhere or going off on our own adventure, like you said earlier as well. So the current events, I think, was always good just because people want to know about our products, want to know about what's launching, what's coming, and just kind of sometimes the worldly topics reflect around what we're doing, what we're building, and then, the segment of our faith and what we're pushing into the world or trying to help others capture and recognize. And then the fun and games are always fun. Like the old podcast when you guys, not even a podcast, when you guys just sat down on the YouTube live, it's just kind of funny. Some of the comments, some of the feedback, some of the interaction. So yeah, I mean, I'm always open to see how we can continue to grow in the industry, continue to advance forward and just bring back sometimes just the fun and shenanigans of just being relaxed,
Yeah. With the Life Liberty Equipped episode style, we were trying to keep it within a certain time, and a lot of times they got longer than what even we wanted, but we really didn't. At the same time, we were trying to fit so much into an episode that we didn't feel like we could really give certain topics the time that they needed. So with this format, I'm going to be willing to allow, hey, something happened in the news. We're just going to spend the whole time talking about that. Let's just talk about what this means. Some weeks it might just be what's going on in the world and what happened, and what's our response, and then, or it might just be product review. Maybe something cool came out. We just want to talk products some weeks. So there's going to, in some ways, there's going to be a little more structure, but overall, I think for you guys, it's just going to be, each week's going to be a little bit different. And you're not going to be kind of hearing the same format over and over again. The one thing that I do want to keep each week, because for me, this is kind of our podcast, and I think this is something important for us that we believe in, is I still want to end every episode with the Faith and Fuel segment. I hope that it gives some encouragement. If you don't know anything about the Bible, God, or whatever, maybe you're a little curious to hear just a little bit about it in kind of a non-pushy way. I think it's a great way just to hear a little bit more, maybe try to understand a viewpoint that you have never heard before. I always try to give some context. Also the scripture I'm going to share today, I'm trying to give some context into it, because a lot of times you'll hear people just kind of cherry pick a scripture and throw it into something, but that's not really what the context was for. And just understanding things a little bit better. So, and then if you are a believer, hopefully it gives you encouragement, and you'll even kind of learn something from it as well. So it's still something that I want to end each week with. And sometimes it might just be me bringing something. A few times at the end of last year, I kind of opened it up to everybody. Hey, I just told all the guys, hey, come with something that stuck out to you this week. I really enjoyed that too, because I enjoy hearing from everybody. So yeah, that's kind of our goal for this next season. I plan on doing, and this is going to be kind of rough, like a rough estimate, but this next season will be from today into June, and then we'll take a couple months off kind of in the middle of summer, and then we'll pick up in September through December, kind of like what we did last year. So it'll give us the time for some breaks and to kind of refresh and stuff. And also even kind of shift around on what we do for the podcast. We might find, hey, the thing that people really like is interviews. And so maybe next season we just have guests on all the time. We'll kind of see how the season goes. So make sure that you guys are giving us your feedback. Again, you can email us at lifelibertyequip with 1P, and you can send us your feedback with that as well. We'd love to hear your feedback from today as well. So with that said, for Faith and Fuel today, found a verse from Micah, and Micah is a prophet from the 8th century. So his job was to warn Israel that they would soon fall to Assyria and Judah. So there were two kingdoms. There's a north and south kingdom, and then the south kingdom, Judah, who was also spiritually corrupt, they would eventually be exiled by Babylon. So he's a prophet. He's telling them, hey, this is going to happen if you guys don't start listening to me, which is, God speaking through him. So he had a pretty rough job. A lot of people did not appreciate that. Kind of, the world has not changed a whole lot. People don't appreciate hearing God's word today. It was the same back then. So verses, this is chapter 7. So if you guys wanted to find a Bible, go to Bible.com. If you don't have a Bible, and go to and look at Micah. This is chapter 7. In the first 6 verses, it is just him lamenting a corrupt society, corrupt leadership. Families are turning on each other, and basically, national collapse is going to be coming. So it's dark, and we could probably even relate to a lot of those things now, right? Like, I think we can all relate to the fear and thoughts of corruption. We're seeing, we see constant corruption in our government and governments around the world. And leadership's failing to lead how they should, and we see families turning on one another. Like, none of this is new, right? So then I'm picking up in verse 7. This is just 2 verses, 7, 8. So Micah says, "But as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Do not gloat over me, my enemies. For though I fall, I will rise again. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light." And the things that really stuck out to me, so he's in this dark dark place. The people are not listening. He's watching the people, his country. He's watching his people fall and continue to go down the wrong path. Yet he realizes that he himself, he can only control himself. He says, but as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation, and my God will hear me. And then he says to his enemies, don't gloat over me because you're going to get yours. He says, even though I fall, I will rise again. Even though he sits in darkness, the Lord will be his light. And so there's like a theological application here, which is that judgment and discipline for sin is real. It has happened. It continues to happen, and it will happen. But God is a God of restoration, and restoration is certain. And enemies don't win, and God will restore his people. We see this happen over and over again through Scripture. We see it over and over again, even now. We see God restore, and we see evil lose and good win. Even though we, in this sinful world, we don't always see that will be the outcome. And then the thing I kind of want to challenge us is the personal application of this. Is that Micah, he was following after God, and still he sat in darkness. He says, even though I fall, which this isn't like a physical fall, just he feels like he is fallen. He sees his enemies winning, right? He sees all this negative stuff happening, even though that stuff is happening. Even though he has trials, even though we have trials, even though we have dark times, even though we see people winning that we don't see as being good or winning. So even though those things are happening, that many of those things are outside of our control. Now, sometimes we're in situations because of poor decisions that we've made, but God is always with us. He is our strength. He is our light, and we can have hope because God is the great Redeemer. And really, the thing that has been in my prayers a lot lately has been just for God to help me keep my eyes on eternity, not get sucked into all the tough things that are temporary, that are happening now, but to focus on eternity, because God is with us and God is preparing a place for us that none of this will happen, that only God's light and God's goodness will be waiting for us there. So just keep our eyes on eternity and look for the good that's happening now, because there is, even though with all these things that are happening, there is still goodness all around us. So I just want to kind of open up to you guys. Do you guys have anything, thoughts with that, or anything you want to add? Oh, that's fine. Let's kind of drop it on you guys, but
I think you summarized it pretty well.
Cool.
I'm afraid to say anything with my microphone.
Yeah, your audio. Apologize everybody for Tibbs' audio today. I'll try to figure it out before next week. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Tibbs got to get going pretty soon here. So let me kick this music off.
Somebody want to hear attention?
Yeah, we can do that.
I got it, buddy.
All right, next week we'll have Billy Brown of Make Ready Firearms joining us. Billy is not only an insanely talented Cerakoter and stippler and gun builder, but he's an even better all-around person, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. If you have any questions for Billy, if you know him or you want to go check out his social media, go check it out. If you want to send me any questions or anything, please email me at lifelibertyequip, with 1P, at gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Life, Liberty, and Equipped. If today's conversation challenged you, encouraged you, or helped you get more equipped to pursue your mission, share it with a friend, drop a comment, and leave us a review.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a review. What takes a few seconds to help turns into more opportunities to reach new people.
And if you're not already part of the Neomag Insiders Club, now's the time. Get early access to Neomag gear, exclusive content, and a front row seat to everything we're building. Go to theneomag.com to sign up. Until next time, live boldly, stand for liberty, and stay equipped. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for coming to the live.
Bye.